Hi, this is Stephen Williams with the Credit Repair Shop. I'm making this video because I want to make a case to show you exactly what makes my company different than any other service that is out there. And first, I want to start here. Good credit does matter, because if you don't have good credit, you're not going to be able to move forward in life. You're not going to be able to enjoy your full potential in life. You're not going to be able to get a car at a decent interest rate. The payments are going to be too high. You're not going to be able to live in a neighborhood that you want to live in. But you're going to be, when you go to rent, you're going to be paying a security deposit and probably some extra money in escrow, just because the landlord doesn't believe that you're going to be able to keep up with the payment. So with my new technology here that I got me a new Surface Pro, and this application allows me to be able to talk and draw on the screen. So I'm going to have fun here going through this very valuable information for you. So let's go here. Everyone that comes to us that wants to repair their credit is not just about, having a higher credit score. It's about these things here. A person, usually they want to get out of debt. They want to get debt collectors off their back. They have a dream of buying their own home, because if you have your own home, you're going to be paying less money on your mortgage, and also it's going to be an asset, something that you can sell in the future when you get ready to retire, or at some point when you pay it off, you can live there and just be paying taxes. Maybe you want to get a new car, but you want to get that new car at a payment that you can afford. We're seeing people that have double the amount of what other people with good credit pay for a car payment. If they would have just had better credit, they would have paid less. You want to get approved for a loan. Maybe you want to start a business, or maybe you want to get some home improvements done, whatever. Maybe you need to help your kid in college. Any for any reason that you want to get a loan for, but you can't get approved because you have bad credit. And then also, just to have that confidence and to just have better credit. You want to have that confidence that no matter what, if you were to go to apply for something, you're going to get approved. Usually when I review credit reports, and this is probably some of these items are on yours, this is what's usually holding people back when it comes to their credit reports. You have bankruptcies where someone had ran into hard times and they had to file bankruptcy. Collection accounts, medical bills, repossessions, a foreclosure, some evictions, or one eviction may be on there. Old cell phone bills, old cable bills, student loans, too many inquiries. Maybe you have too much debt that's on your credit report. You may be paying your debt, but you have too much debt. You might have some judgments, liens. You might be a victim of ID theft. This is something that's entirely different, but you might be a victim of ID theft. You have late payments, some charge-offs, write-offs. These are one and the same. It just may be listed on your credit report different. There may be incorrect data that's on your credit report, or unidentified information on your report. This is where it'll have an account and it'll say that it's unknown. You may have incorrect balances on your account. These are things that will hold you back, because the people that you have credit with, or even accounts that you're paying on that could have been collection accounts, they're not reporting the correct activity, and that will hold you back on your credit. So now what I want to talk about here is, and I've actually had people that signed up for our service and they disqualify themselves in this first part right here. If you got to have proper preparation. If you're not prepared, you're gonna fail when it comes to credit repairs right from the beginning. And believe it or not, I have people that have paid us money and they fail to do these three things, because it is totally impossible to repair your credit if you don't do these three things up front. The first one is what we call ID kit, and I'm gonna turn my pen to the black here. ID kit, and I'll talk about why in a second. The next is credit reports, and the next one is credit monitoring. And I'm going to put the word paid right here because that's very important. Now let's go why you need to have those. ID kit is all three bureaus require it. You have to prove who you are to be able to work on your credit. So if you don't do this the right way, and it has to be put together the right way, if it's not put together the right way, you're going to be disqualified from the beginning. No. Even if you do the other part that I'm going to talk about next, you're going to be disqualified from the beginning. Credit reports, you need to have all three. All three credit reports. Very important. TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. If you don't have all three, you're not going to know what's on all three reports. So right away, no. You're disqualifying yourself from the start gate. You're disqualifying yourself. Number 3, a paid credit monitoring system. Reason why you need to have that is because you need real time access to results. It's very important because as we are working through the credit repair process for you, you're going to be able to see updates with your scores, updates with negative information that has been taken off, updates on your debt to income ratio, updates on your credit to debt ratio. All types of information will be revealed in that, and it'll help you in the credit repair process. And it needs to be a paid one because we're finding that in the ones that offer free services, what they do is they're just mainly trying to sell you other information, and they don't have the account numbers and all of the information that's needed to be able to follow through the credit repair process. So if you don't do that, we have a big no there also. So we have to have that. Now let's go here. My company, over a period of time of doing credit repair, I came up with this system. It's an 8-point validation system. We're the only company that uses this system to repair credit. And basically what we do is we're going to make sure when it comes to all of these accounts that they qualify with our 8-point validation system. So that means that if a bankruptcy was not put onto your report properly, it must be deleted. If collection accounts are not put on your credit report properly, it must be deleted. Medical bills are not allowed to be put on your credit report because they're not allowed to share your personal data with anyone. So those must be deleted. Evictions, we will work with the landlord or the management company to get that removed off of your credit reports, and also to do a settlement with that company. Credit card debt, we need to validate the credit card debt to make sure that you're still legally obligated to pay those debts. The same with cable bills, late payments, foreclosures. When it comes to foreclosures, you may not legally have to pay any outstanding balances on your foreclosures. Some companies have tried to go after people, but then we're also going to, depending on when you had your foreclosure, there's certain laws and restrictions that will not allow them to put that on your credit report, especially if you had one due to some of the lenders that were predatory lenders in the foreclosure, in the housing market. Unauthorized inquiries, if you have a whole bunch of inquiries and let's say for example you went to buy a car and they ran your credit to 20 or 30 different loan companies to try to see what the best rate that they could get you, which what they're really doing is trying to see what's the best payment that they could get for bringing your loan to a company. We can get those removed. And then if you have ID theft, we can also get that 100% rectified with our ID theft department. Now, all of these have to be ran to each of the bureaus and the furnishers. We have to do that. If it's not done properly to TransUnion, they're going to reject it. If it's not done properly to Equifax, they're going to reject it. And Experian, and we also do it to furnishers. Other companies do not do this. These are the companies that actually put the information on your credit report. And then also we handle what's called LexisNexis information. If there's information that's placed on you, and this is what is like a third, we call it the fourth credit bureau, and they mostly put information on your report that has to do with public records. So when TransUnion usually runs a check, they're not doing it with the courthouse. What they're doing is they're just going to LexisNexis to see if the data is correct, and then they'll send it back up and say yes, it's correct, or no, it's not. The thing that has to be done is that this process, to make these companies do this and to make them check it, especially when it comes to public records, is that there's a lot of follow-up that has to be done to be able to make that even happen. And then the next thing here is what we call check system. If you have any problems where maybe you had some bad checks when you had a hard time in the past and you wrote some bad checks and they're not allowing you to open up a bank account, we can help resolve that with check systems. So the big measurable results that we give you when we run you through this process is that you're going to get lower debt. We're going to lower your collection accounts. You're going to be able to increase your credit score a lot faster, and you're going to be able to start rebuilding your credit a lot faster. And the reasons why is because we're going to do continual follow-up on all of the negative information with the 3 bureaus, with LexisNexis, and if you have any check system problems, we're going to work on that. Now let's go to the next step. Our phase 2 settlement system. This is why I say that we can always be successful when we work with our customer accounts, is because we have a phase 2 settlement system. No other company combines credit repair with debt settlement. Other companies, what they do is they'll send out letters, they'll do disputes for you, but then if it comes back proven, you're on your own, and that's where a lot of trouble can start, because if you don't have someone that can step in the middle for you when it comes to doing settlements, you could end up paying a lot of money out. So step 1 is probably what you're going through. If you've had any court summons, you're going to need to have an answer written to that court summons. If you don't do that properly, you're automatically going to lose. We've had where we sent the answers to the court summons with the client, and they actually won, and the company was not able to get a judgment against them just because they had the answers to the court summons. The next one is, if you get past that step where you already either have a judgment or they won and got the judgment, then we go into opening up settlement negotiations and communications with your creditors or debt collectors. And it doesn't necessarily mean from day one that you're going to have to do a settlement, but what we do is we keep the communication open, so when the day comes that you're able to do a settlement, we're able to contact the creditor or debt collector and let them know that you're ready to do that. Next here is maybe you have garnishments, or you have garnishments that are coming out of your check, and you need help because either it's too high, we can work to get those adjusted for you. We can work out settlements on the garnishment, and in some cases we can stop the garnishments from continuing. There's laws that must be abided by when it comes to garnishments, and if you don't know those laws, then they're going to be able to take your money, and in some cases they are not legally able to take it. Once all of this has been accomplished, then it needs to be updated to all of the bureaus and to the furnishers to get your adjustments done on your credit, so you can have, and also to these if they apply, so you can get your big measurable results. And I'm going to go over this in a second, but so you can get your measurable results for lower debt collection, increase the score, and your faster rebuilding process, and still continued follow-up, because it's important. All of this stuff does not get resolved overnight, so there's going to be continuous follow-up, and that's what we do. Now, real quickly, I'm going to go into student loans. There are different programs out there, and we can give you the information for income-based payment adjustments that you can have done, that you can look into to see if you can done. And then there's also forgiveness programs, and we can get you free information on that. Or if you would like us to run your application through the process, we charge an audit fee of $25, and that's to see if you're able to even qualify to be able to have your loan 100% forgiven. And there is just a short questionnaire with some information about your loans, the type of loans, and some other information that's required, and then we submit it, and then they'll let us know right away if you qualify. From that, you can either do the application yourself, or if you want us to complete the application, it's $475 to complete that for you. It's up to you. That's totally different, but we see a lot of people that have student loans when they come through. Now, how do you know we are doing the work for you? And I make this 3 points of contact, because what happens is, once because credit repair is like a 30-day type process. It's like 30 days work, turn it in, wait 30 days, look at the results, turn it in again, wait another 30 days. So what happens is, over time, people start wondering, are you even really doing the work for me? And what we do is we call it our 3 points of contact. Point number 1 is that you can look in your credit repair, your own online portal, which we're going to give you a login and password, and you're going to be able to see the work that's being done. You can always email us, and you can call us, Monday through Friday, 7:15 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then results will also be mailed to you from each bureau. And then also, see, this is where we talk about the credit monitoring service, is that the information will be updated to your credit monitoring account. So even if maybe the mail was late or it got lost in the mail, if you had that credit monitoring account, that updated information will be there, and you'll be able to see that. We will also log in and tell you the changes on your credit reports and scores in your credit monitoring service. And then also, we will call you once we do the update on the information that's on your report from the results that we see in your monitoring service. We're going to get your information ready to be resubmitted for any items that we believe were not 100% validated, and then we're going to call you and go over that information with you on the phone. And we start to call out at 7:15 a.m. and we do that all the way to 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And even if we don't get you on the phone, we will leave a message and you can give us a call back. Now, right now, you have three choices. And I like to go over this because time, you never can get time back. And so if you're going to do something about your credit, you need to make the decision to go ahead and do something about it right now. Because if you say no, it's just like you're standing still. Nothing's going to happen. And also your situation may get worse, because that means that you're not open to anything working for you. Like you're just totally closed-minded. And I understand that, because this industry, there's a lot of people that make promises and that they can't keep, and so there's been a lot of people that got hurt. So I understand that, but saying no can actually make your situation worse, because if you say no and you don't do anything about it, it's going to make your situation worse. In the middle here we have, where you just choose to just stay the same. You believe that credit repair can work, but you're just going to leave everything like it is. You have the belief, but you just choose not to do nothing and stay the same. And again, that's just like this one. Things are going to get worse over time. You're going to see that doors are going to be closing, and just life is going to get harder, because at some point you're going to want to apply for something, or anything could come up in the future, and you don't want something that you do have control of to hold you back. And then third here is go. You have to have an open mind. You have to believe that if you do your part, which is what I went through at the beginning, if you do your part and then we do our part, that the ultimate goal is that you're going to have success when it comes to your credit repair. It's going to be successful, but you have to be willing to work through the process. You also have to get in your mind that this is not going to be something that's going to be done overnight. It's going to be a process, and depending on how much information is on your report, how much negative information, how much debt becomes provable, and then we have to take you to settlement. That takes time, but we're going to work with you to be able to get that done. All you have to do is do what we ask you to do, and then we will work with you and never put you in a bad situation to where you're going to have debt collectors calling you. We will be the ones that will handle those calls, but you need to have the belief that if you continue through the process, that it will all work out. And that's what I try to stress to our customers, because some people think that this is an overnight process. It's not going to work overnight. It's going to take time. So what I hope you do is that you watch this video, and you maybe need to watch it again, because it has the information on there. And if you're serious about getting your credit repaired, sign up with us. It's only $9.95 to get started, and you can choose any one of our programs, and then we will get your information in. It'll take about 1 to 2 days to get your information fully into our system and out to the bureaus, and then we'll be working with you on the results that they send back, and you'll be off to the races. So again, thank you. My name is Stephen Williams with the creditrepairshop.com. Until next time.